Hey YouTube! So, today I'm going to do the Larp tag. Yes, I am a Larper. I am a nerd. I am a geek. Let's go! So, I am looking it up on my old phone because... phone. Yeah. So anyway, I am in semi-Larp gear. I wear a very similar top for my character Flame, who I play currently, who's an archer. And this my mum bought because it's practically the exact same, it's just multicolored. And she's like, yeah, you can totally now wear it whenever you want. And you're in Larp gear 24/7. I was like, oh, yay, winning in life. Anyway, so to start off, I'm going to start with the first question, I guess. I'm not going to rebel and go backwards, although I should. Alright. Who was your first character? I don't remember the name of my first character, but it was for a LARP called Clans of Elgard, I think it was. Yeah, Clans of Elgard. And basically, my character was just me running around with a giant warhammer. I don't know, I didn't really like her too much. She didn't have any characteristics about her. The only thing that she did have was her warhammer, which I might show you in another video. I might show you all my LARP gear, maybe. Her warhammer has like red on the end because I made it and it was a buffer weapon, which is just like a giant puffy weapon. It had like red duct tape around the like wacky bit. And basically the idea was, when I splatter you, because that was the name of her weapon, her weapon's name was Splatter. When I splatter you, I don't have to clean up. And so she was kind of like a murderer, evil character, but I don't know, she just didn't have a lot of substance, so... Okay, next question. Favorite NPC to play? I haven't played an NPC yet. I am in my second LARP group, and I just haven't played an NPC yet. I want to, but currently they don't really need anyone to be an NPC yet. So hopefully I'll be able to play one soon. I'm trying to go to, I believe it's like Sword Quest or something. Something Quest. It's in Melbourne, and it's like the biggest Australian LARP. So maybe I'll get to play an NPC there, or like... I don't know, I'll play an NPC sometime, but if I do, I kind of want to be that little, like, weird old lady that they go to visit to get, like, some gem or something, because I just think that would be really fun to just be like, get off my lawn, I'm gonna curse you. But yeah, so I haven't played an NPC yet. Alright, third question. Current character's most prized possession. Okay, Flame, who's my current character, she's an archer, and basically it would either be her bow and her arrows, or if she ever gets hold of any type of fire, she's gonna like lose it and just be like, flame is everything, because she's a little bit of a pyromaniac. So, but currently it'll probably be this one arrow with a different tip. And that's the arrow I'm trying to get to be my fire arrow, so it'll be her favourite weapon. She hasn't used it yet, because she's kind of keeping it as a surprise, hopefully, so fire arrow, I guess. Alright, question 4. How many pairs of shoes have you ruined since you started LARPing? 2. I have literally ruined 2 pairs of shoes. Both my characters had, like, knee-high boots because they're both elves and, like, I don't know. I have a small obsession, I guess. So basically, I've gone through my original boots, which were, like, knee-high, brown, strappy boots, and I basically put a giant hole in the sole. Yeah, that was a fun day. I fell down a hill. And then the second pair is the ones that I'm wearing still now. They are completely caked in mud. Like, I don't even know how I'm still wearing them, because all down the side of the shoe is just dirt, mud, yuck, gross. And I'm pretty sure they're now leaking. So I'm going to say 2 pairs of shoes. Wow, okay, I didn't realise that. Should probably get a new pair of shoes. Alright, question 5. How long have you been LARPing? Okay. I've been LARPing for about half a year, roughly. I did take a bit of a break, so if you include that, it'd be almost a year now since I started LARPing, but roughly taking out that gap of about 3 months where I wasn't able to go to any events because work was just all over the place. It'll be about half a year that I've been LARPing for, so. Alright, question 6. That worked. First gaming experience. Okay, the first game I went to, because I live in the middle of freaking nowhere, well, it's not the middle of nowhere, it's just kind of away from most group events and, like, people and stuff. The first gaming experience I had was, I remember I got all dressed up, I'd read the rule books like 5 times, which if you go LARPing, read the rules. I cannot stress that anymore. Read the rules. Anyway, so I'd read the rules like 6 times and I was ready to go. I had my giant warhammer and I felt a little bit embarrassed because I had to catch public transport. So you need to imagine this character. She had a black corset, a brown, like, hooded thing that sat over the top of her head, and basically, I think it was black jean pants. They were like, I don't know, they were like leggings, but they weren't. They were thicker. It was weird. I own like 20 of them because they're comfy. And then like their thigh-high boots and this giant warhammer and a bag because I brought food for everyone. I was like, I want to make friends. I'm going to bring food. I'm going to talk to everyone. I'm going to be so excited. I only kind of knew one person, so I was a little bit freaked out. But I'd posted to the page and I'd asked for someone to give me a lift from the station because the place that we were LARPing at wasn't accessible without a car. So, probably a dumb idea and I don't recommend doing that. Don't get into a car with a stranger, but I had no other choice. It was either take the lift from the really nice guy who said that he was helping people get to the station, get from the station to the train. What am I saying? Get from the station to the LARP, or don't go at all. So I took the risk, and like my friend Becca, who was the only one I knew at that event, was like, yeah, no, he's trustworthy, it's all good. So I felt a little bit better about myself. So here I go, little me, 5'2", charging down the station platform, ready to get on a train with a giant warhammer, a little bit embarrassed because you're out in public. And I hadn't been a cosplayer for very long, so I wasn't used to all the stairs. It was really awkward, and I was so nervous because scary new people, I don't know what I was getting myself into kind of thing. But then we got to the event, and this guy was so great. All the car ride, he was just telling me about the games, the history, the characters, who I should talk to, who I should run away from. It was great. So then we got to this place. And no joke, it was the funnest day I ever had. Like, I can't even explain it. You just have to go and experience LARPing for yourself. People are so friendly, and meeting them before game and watching them get into character and then meeting them in game was just so amazing. There was a little bit of wall breaking because I was like, hang on, how many damage does that do? What am I doing? Who is this guy? But they didn't care. I had one guy who's now one of my best friends, and he's this massive, tall, I want to say like 6 foot almost, male, and he took me under his wing and he's like, you can be part of our group, I'm gonna protect you, we're gonna fight together, and we're going to be the coolest group ever. And to this day, he's one of my closest friends from that experience because he was just so nice to me and so welcoming. And the one comment I remember, which I'm never going to forget from that event, was everyone turned around and was like, oh my god, you run so fast. Like, what the hell? In a corset with a giant hammer, sprinting across everywhere. Whoa. And I'm like, yeah, sorry, I do obstacle races. Don't hate me. And I will never forget the fact that they were so surprised by how quick I could move. I could get myself from one side of this hill all the way down the giant freaking landscape and then up the other side in like so little time. They're like, you are amazing for getting messages or items back from here or there. It was so fun. And I remember this one dude just wanted to kill me the entire game. He's like, my goal is to kill everyone in the game at least once when they first start. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna run away from you. He didn't catch me that entire game. It was great. Anyway, but yes, it was one of my favourite days and best experiences I've had. And it's what kept me going the LARP, I guess. So, yeah. Try it if you haven't, and if you have, you'll know what I'm talking about. There are those inside jokes that are just so amazing. Alright, question 7. I don't know why I'm doing this. Whoa. What Disney character is your LARP character most like? I don't know. My character's not really like any Disney character. I mean, well, my first character definitely wasn't. And then Flame's now like an archer with a bit of a pyromaniac side, so... Eh? I think my next character that I'm starting is going to be a shifter. She's probably most like... I want to say she's really naive and stuff like that. Maybe a bit like one of the older Disney princesses. But then she's so badass, so I want to say, like, Nala? Does Nala count as a Disney princess? I do. I count her as a Disney princess. She's fucking awesome. So maybe she's like Nala. She's got that kind of, like, I am cool and I am awesome side to her. And then she's got the whole, like, playful funness of when Nala was a little cub. So yeah, I want to say Nala. Alright. Question 8. If you could play anything, even outside of your genre, what would it be? I want to do a post-apocalyptic LARP. Mainly because I've seen Momo O'Brien's stuff, and I really, really want to LARP that. It just looks so cool, but there is none that I can find in Australia. No post-apocalyptic LARPs, so I'm making one. So if you're an Australian LARPer who lives in New South Wales and can get somewhere near Sydney, look out for that if you're interested. Because I have everything written up for it. I just need a location, which is proving the hardest part. But yes, I want to LARP post-apocalyptic. I want to have that kind of like mutated shit. That's like, yeah, it's so cool because it could happen maybe. We never know. It's not like we can suddenly find magic, but hey, maybe there's gonna be an outbreak of dangerous, disgusting gas. You know? So I want to LARP post-apocalyptic. Alright. Question 9. What fictional world would you like to LARP and why? I don't really have a fictional world I want to LARP, but now that I think about it, maybe like, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe Hunger Games would be fun just because I like the whole kill or be killed thing. I have a really, like, I love bad characters. They're great. Wow, that's a contradiction. So, like, maybe Hunger Games, but then, like, there's so many cool animes and stuff like that that I would want to LARP because they're, like, awesome sauce. Like, D. Grey Man is my favourite anime. That would be a cool LARP. Being like, yeah, I have boots that can be like, whoo, everywhere. Or like, my fucking arm becomes a sword. Alan Walker, what the hell? Or kinda you, Mugen, unsheathe. He will always be my husband. Oh. But yeah, so maybe like D. Grey Man if I could pick from like an anime. Don't know how it would work, but it'd be fun. It'd be so fun. Alright, question 10. Weapon of choice. I have way too many weapons of choices. They are like the best thing in the universe. Oh, I love weapons. They're so cute. So I'm obsessed with buckler shields currently. I don't know why, but they're just adorable. So like buckler shields. I also love my bow and arrow to death because it's so fun just sniping people from a distance. It's great. And being like, you can't touch me unless you start full sprinting at me and I can't get an arrow out quick enough, so you come and chop my head off. Archer problems. It's the worst. But probably the best weapon of choice that I'm good with is I'm good with a giant pole staff or a double-ended sword. They're probably my best weapons just because that's what I originally started to LARP with, and I've done so many games with that Warhammer that I know my distance, so I can outplay a lot of people with any kind of like poles or staff or like double-ended sword because you get 2 hit points in, and so it's pretty good when you do that kind of combo hit. So they're probably my best weapons, but I really do love a buckler shield, and my bow and arrow is so beautiful. I'll show you sometime. But yeah, so that's the end of the questions. If you have any questions about LARP, I would love to do some more videos, so let me know. I was inspired to do this because of Momo O'Brien's video and LARP Girl's video and all of those YouTubers that are amazing, and I just, senpai notice me, please. But yeah, so if you have any other questions about LARP, or you want to see any of my gear, or maybe see a video of my LARP group, because we're awesome, let me know and I'll do that, okay? So yeah. Anyway, for now, have fun!